Good afternoon. Thank you on behalf of Glory Sports International for joining us here this afternoon for the Glory 13 December 21st press conference for our event at the Ariake Colosseum, details of which you will find out a little bit more in a few minutes. There are just a few people that I'd like to thank and make just a few short comments, because after all, you're really here to see the legend force in glory, Peter Aerts. Specifically, the suits are a little less appealing, to put it mildly. But I want to thank, first of all, Peter for joining us here this afternoon. I'd like to also thank Carlos Kikuta and his team at Glory Sports Japan, our general manager, for arranging this press conference for Glory. And obviously, you're all here today, so job well done on that. Thank you again, all of you, for coming as well. In addition to Carlos and Peter, I'd like to thank also Tanakawa-san for offering his consultancy services to Glory Sports International. Japan is a special market, especially where kickboxing is concerned, and we're certainly grateful to Tanakawa-san for offering his advisory and consultancy services to Glory Sports International. 20 months ago, exactly, three men who'd spent a lot of time working out in Asia in different businesses took the decision to found Glory Sports International, and they are Peter Aerts, who is our chairman of the board, Marcus Lur, who's on the board, and Scott Rudman. Those gentlemen are the reason, in large part, why Glory is where it is today. Today, Glory is seen on television in 171 countries around the world, most recently in the United States with our new deal with Viacom and Spike TV, and soon with a deal which we will announce the specifics of, especially for, let's call it the capital of our sport in Japan. And so we look forward to sharing that with you as soon as we're able to announce the specifics of that. But that is certainly also extremely exciting news. Broadcasters around the world, such as Canal Plus, as I said, Spain, Al Jazeera, EI in Brazil, and the list goes on, have come on board for the premier, in 20 months, kickboxing league in the world. We're fortunate and blessed to have the best athletes in the space with Glory, and they are really the reason we're really all here today, because after all, it all starts with the talent. And I will just end by saying that we recognize, and certainly I've spent a lot of time in your great country in Japan over the last 20 years, albeit in a slightly different role. But nevertheless, Japan is a special country. Glory will be treating Japan as a special country it is, especially given its place when it comes to its love of top-class striking, which you will definitely find in Glory. We urge you all to come along to the event on the 21st of December, and with that, I will pass you on to our general manager from Japan, Carlos Kikuta.
まず大会の概要を考えてみますけれども、2013年12月21日土曜日になります。
The date will be December. They are explaining about the site and the time of the schedule. The Glory 13, the main theme is great retirement, big retirement, or great retirement. And three legends who have reached the summit of the martial art will going to have a great retirement. They are the kings that created one era, and they will gather together and then will hand down the soul of to the next generation. That's why we call it the great retirement. this legend, three legends, Peter Aerts, Remy Bonyaski, and Semi Schultz. These three legends will have a great retirement.
Minasan konnichiwa. Fighting so young already. I started in 1985, my first fight. I fight for the European title, I think 78, 88. I got world champion in 1990. And 1992, I came first in the rings. I fight in Japan and then I go to Osaka for the Cup tournament. And then I make the first K1 start in 1992, 20 years ago. I fought all my life almost in Japan. For me it was always an honor to fight in Japan. And I want to do my last fight in Japan, so I hope all the old K1 fans will support me for this fight. I wanted to do my retirement fight next year, but they're arranging now for me a special final fight. So I'm happy I can do this now. And I'm gonna fight champion Rico Verhoeven. He beat many big guys like Hesdy. Last 2 weeks ago he beat Gillian Saki, then Gita. So they told me to fight him. I had no choice, I think, but I don't refuse him and I'm going to knock him out. I want to thank all my fans in Japan and thank you very much for everything.
So let me talk about the tournament. And the big event in Glory 13 is welter class one day tournament. The ranking first, Nicky Holzen, and Mark Devonte will be his opponent. Joseph Batalin will also fight with Karapetian. Well, 77 kilo. There are many, all very good players. And reserve fight, we have Stetlenko, and he will fight with Karim Gadzi. Yes,
チケットの内容ですけれども、VIP シート、それから応援シートというのを切っておりまして、VIP シートはですね、5万円で、
The VIP seat will be 50,000 yen, and it will become with leaflet and special present. And Arena SRS, it will be 20,000 yen. And we have a special Peter Aerts supporting seat. This is called courtside, and we have a small memory present, the 50,000 yen, and also 10,000 yen seat, and 5,000 yen seat. These are all started to be sold from tomorrow. So we will air in 6 continents in 160 or 70 countries. The Glory 13 now we have been negotiating with Japanese Broadcasting Network. So as soon as we came up with the specific, I will announce you. So I will work in the backstage in order to create this retirement ceremony as successful as possible. And Peter, Rico Verhoeven is your opponent. The Rico, I saw him during the K1 and he was promising. So they will gather at one place and do a super fight, so you can expect that. But same shoot, that's up to the doctors. But anyway, this is a great event for great retirement, so that it will become very emotional, and I want to make it as successful as possible. And I hope all the K1 fans who have been supporting Peter for 20 years come to watch this match. And also we have a good young fighter in Glory as well. So there are many players who I even don't know. So I think they will be the one to create the new era or new period. So I hope the martial art will have a good time again in Japan. What was the most impressive thing in Japan? Not only in the match, but
the people, they really love you. It doesn't matter what you do, even if you lose or whatever, they still love you. They really look up to you. In other countries, it's totally different. It's my opinion.
Rico is 19 years old, younger than you, but do you have a confidence?
Sure. I think now he's the man to beat. I think it's very difficult for me, but he can get famous over my name in anything in Japan. But I'm going to make his life very difficult.